to Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. Behind me, in that building there, the laws that shape the entire world are passed. That is, when the politicians are actually there, which doesn't happen very often. What I always heard was that once you get past the monuments, Washington, D.C. is extremely dangerous. Shootings, robberies, gang warfare. You can't walk in half the city. Supposedly, things have changed just a bit since the bad old days. But we're gonna find out for sure. Today, we will visit the real Washington, D.C. The place that tourists never go to. Guys, what is this event for? I've been to Ethiopia.
It's a prayer.
A prayer?
Yeah. We are just against like our president Dr. Abiy Ahmed.
Oh,
It's
a protest?
It's about, yeah, it is a protest about racism.
Okay, I understand. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take another. There you go. It's a protest against the president of Ethiopia. One of the fun things about Washington, D.C. is if you're into geopolitics, there's always something going on here. And D.C. actually has the largest Ethiopian population outside of Ethiopia. So there you go, there's a fun fact. And then this. I didn't realize until now, how close you could actually get to the Capitol building. That might explain why certain things happen. And then right over there, over those trees, apparently is the Supreme Court. As an American, it's just crazy to like come to all these different places. We hear about it in the news all the time. Here on the other side of the Capitol, they seem to be protesting basically everything. I don't know what they're protesting here. We have what look like Republican protesters right here. There's a Palestinian flag over there.
And the American people do they don't do nothing. So now we have all this anti-American, anti-European.
Pretty sure if I read off this guy's sign, this video is going to get demonetized, but whatever that guy is protesting. And then right over here, you have all the news agencies of America. They're clearly gearing up to film something. Look at all this fancy equipment they got. Look at how much better prepared they are than I. To go into the rest of DC, I'm going to be joined by Zen.
Yes, sir. Hello.
From DC. He's a local. Are you from Virginia?
Northern Virginia, yeah. So DMV, I'm in Virginia area,
Yeah.
but I'm here in the city today.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a tour and see you around.
There you
figure
go.
it out. Yes, sir.
He's a local publicist. He's an artist.
Yeah, I make some music too.
He knows people.
Yeah.
So, let's go to the rest of DC.
In the hoods of DC, people fight over streets and reputations. If one said this is the other, the violence could break out anywhere. On the metro, at a party, maybe at a car meet. That's why DC is always among the cities with the top 10 murder rates in the country, in spite of the city getting insanely expensive. All of this was foreign to me. So to get some answers, we plan to meet the voice of the city, Anwar, who runs the DMV Hoods and News channel.
Now, if you travel to the places that I do, you know that being safe is important. Traveling raises the risk of identity theft, credit card theft, hacking, all thanks to vulnerable public networks. You could be exposed to scams or theft, which happens a lot more often than you might think. Traveling without protection isn't a risk that I'm willing to take, and you shouldn't either. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura offers a full suite of features to protect you while you're on the road, like a VPN for when you're using an unsecured Wi-Fi network. They also automatically opt your information out of data broker websites, so you stop getting those annoying robocalls and spam calls. And honestly, I think that's one of the best features, because ever since I came back to the US, my phone has just been blowing up with these annoying ass spam calls. AT&T revealed that 73 million customer records of both former and existing customers were released on the dark web. They recommend that those affected use strong passwords, monitor account activity, and consider credit freezes or fraud alerts from credit bureaus. Well, Aura does that for you and more. You don't have to download a bunch of different apps just because a company messed up to keep you secure. It works around the clock, so you don't have to worry about that 24/7. Don't let your personal information get stolen. Head over to aura.com/sabbatical to start your free 2-week trial. You can also click the link in the description. All right, now back to the tour of the real DC. There's a abandoned CVS. Wouldn't be surprised if it closed like a few months ago. We're going to meet the voice of the city.
The voice of the city. Literally.
At a Chinese takeout spot.
Jerry's Takeout. Gonna get some mumbo sauce and wings.
Here we go. Jerry's Takeout.
What's up, man? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. Where are we right now?
We right here on Georgia Avenue. We have time with it. So, like, you know, Uptown Northwest. This, you know, this your boy Anwan. You know, I'm not on the hoods and news, but I'm also an Uptown DC native, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me get a 6-piece hard fried, chicken wings, hard fried, mumbo sauce, French fries. Yeah, in fact, make it fried rice, and then let me get an extra side of fried rice. Yeah, French fries. No, fried rice is the side. Extra side of French fries on the side with mumbo sauce, salt, pepper, mumbo sauce. Right here.
50 cents each for extra mumbo sauce.
Yes, 50 cents each. Oh, yeah, you might as well get some extra if you want to, man. Jerry's Curry, I grew up. In fact, she probably know me when I was a kid. She probably been working here for years. I'm telling you.
Do you know him?
She'll know. Well,
Oh, you know. Okay, that's fine.
huh?
Another 180.
How long you been working here?
A few months.
Oh, just a few months?
Zhongguo哪里的?
Yeah.
Which part of China?
China?
Yeah. 福建. 哦，你是福建人?
You know?
Yeah, 我去过.
You have a bean?
Have a good one, bro. Apparently that glass is so thick that I'm speaking Chinese and she's just like, oh yeah, China?
This right here?
Oh, you got a Kia.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
Look, a lot of people debate which curry out is the best curry out.
Yeah.
Uptown wide, Jerry's the meat.
This is very far removed from actual Chinese food.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to
Completely
debate,
down.
who got the best chicken wings and mumbo sauce, it's Uptown, man. It's Jerry's, man, for real, for real.
Okay.
This right here, 6-piece chicken wings. It's down third. Ain't put on mumbo. Hold on. You gotta do it the right way.
What do I gotta do?
You gotta pour it down first. Man, shout out to the Uptown, boom.
Yeah.
Now, but you gotta be careful when you get your mumbo sauce. See, Jerry's got the good mumbo sauce. Howard China got the good mumbo sauce, but some curry outs in DC or Uptown or whatever, in the DMV,
Yeah.
some joints got huff ass mumbo sauce. When we hear the word huff, like you got huff ass weed, you know what I'm saying? You smoking huff, you got huff ass mumbo sauce, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, I call it huff sauce.
We don't
so,
want
yeah.
huff ass mumbo sauce.
Yeah. They Howard
Okay.
China kind of sell a little sweeter type of mumbo sauce, but it's still good mumbo sauce though. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with Jerry's.
I think you just raised the stock price of mumbo sauce right there. Do you mind if I get one? Alright. There we go. Nice.
Mumbo sauce on the fries too. I ain't putting enough salt pepper on my shit, but it's cool though. I'm gonna say it like this, I'm 34 now. I ain't go to the White House till I was 26, 27 years old, bro. I seen the White House once or twice in my life. Like, the only time we go downtown is if we work downtown, or we want to like go to like a trip to take the kids at, like the Smithsonian and stuff like that. The real DC we don't have time to go downtown.
Okay.
We got real life problems down here.
You got
DC. Like, nah, for real, we got real life problems.
There's other shit going on.
Yeah, try to fire shoot. I'm taking them to his first go-go, man. That shit gonna be lit. I'm telling you. Nothing going on. Just 3 people got shot up the street. Damn. Like 4 people got shot up the street. Shot up like 100 rounds. One of them died.
Yeah, no. Hey, bro, I just
Nah, bro, we broke, man. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, like out here, the main drug out here, the main fuck mill drug, the drug that you stay away from, it's PCP. Stuff like that, stay away from them. But like, and now it's like more of a fit and K2 thing. So you got a lot of dudes on a fit and K2 out here. Tripping. You know what I'm saying? Or like But yeah, if you see somebody tripping like they screaming butt naked, young screaming, they most likely on PCP.
He was just explaining that the main drug out here used to be PCP. Now it's also fentanyl.
What's the daily life in DC?
Shit, trying to get a dollar, man. Trying to maintain all this motherfucker. Who's spot? Down the people's way. Do what you gotta do.
Hey man, just surviving.
I'm telling you. Stay out of the way, you be good. Hey, y'all got charges in here? In your neighborhood corner store, you always gonna find funnel. You gotta get the good funnel, right? I really don't smoke personally. I stopped smoking some years ago. But if you want to get some good funnel, uptown funnel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody else in DC. They say, oh, who started this sheets and funnel shit? It's uptown.
Yeah, this works. How much?
$11.
$11. There you go. Had to buy a new charging cable. They're selling switchblades up here? Thanks. Have a good day. By the way, where are you from, man? Ethiopia? Oh, okay. And that thing. That was the most ghetto dollar I've received back in a while. It's like stapled together.
Not too busy, man. They can pull up a mile.
Somebody really doesn't like Joe Biden, apparently. I'm assuming these weren't here a decade ago.
These wasn't even here 5 years ago, bro. Like I'm telling you, like, you know, it's crazy because I'm a early I won't say 80s baby. I'm an early 90s baby, right? And like I promise you, DC, like, forget uptown, DC didn't look like this back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because gentrification going on every part of town, but it's mostly happening uptown. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I guess it's the more luxurious part. You know what I'm saying? This didn't even exist. One of my high school friends lived in that house right over there. You know what I'm saying? One of those small houses right there.
Okay.
Had them joints boarded up. Now they about to tear it down to make another condo out of there.
Maybe we can walk over there.
That's why I like home ownership.
Yeah.
And like, I tell this because I wouldn't say it's too late for us.
Yeah.
But it's so far off now to where it's so far off, it's gonna be impossible for us. Like, I wouldn't say impossible, it's gonna be very difficult for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched this whole community change. None of this was right here, none of this was right here. And people be like, well, it was abandoned. It was, in some cases, it was abandoned homes and buildings and stuff like that. But a lot of them was black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them couldn't afford the pricing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They couldn't afford the pricing because the monthly lease went up. Stuff like that.
So you think these are going to be knocked down?
Hell yeah.
And
one of them already abandoned. These are going to be knocked down,
okay,
remodeled, or they're going to be turned to condominiums themselves.
Okay.
They're gone.
How much would it cost to rent a condominium in a place like that?
Shit, probably a studio is like $3,000.
$3,000 a month?
Yeah, $3,000. Studio you probably get the lowest studio for like pay 28, 29. You know what I'm saying? It got so bad when I was doing Uber Eats at one point I was doing Uber Eats. And they was, and even the people who moved in this community that's not from out here, they was complaining about the price. They said, "Man, we moved to Virginia. Like, we moved to Northern Virginia because these prices are outrageous. We moved to Arlington because."
Dude, I came here from New York. It has the most insane hotel prices I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is probably like somebody's little camp over here.
But it's like, oh, everybody be like, oh, gentrification is a good thing. Y'all changing the neighborhood, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting rid of all the street and the killings and stuff like that. But the murder rate went up by like 50-60% last year. So it's like it's really not helping that much. It's probably making things worse because now, like say for example, you move in a hood, you move in a neighborhood out that's beefing with another neighborhood, but now that neighborhood live in that neighborhood, so now they're at war with each other in the same neighborhood. Like 80% of the violence is really the youngest for real. Like the youngest is like 14 to 20. You know what I'm saying? They the main ones in the field doing the crazy shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like
in DC, is it mostly like gang violence?
It's neighborhood violence. We wouldn't say gang because it's like it's not controlled like by like no certain neighborhood of like youngins and like it's no straight like how you got the Bloods and you got the big homies and the OG killers and now you don't have that. It's like basically it's a full say. It's like your neighborhood, your block. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's the block you grew up on. It's the street you grew up on. See, but like you know, times has changed out here though. You know, youngers they like designer coats and stuff. But when I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sounding like one of them old heads that be hating on the youngers. I'm not one of them at all. But like I'm into the OG stuff. You know what I'm saying? So. There's nothing wrong with it though. I ain't hating on them. Yeah. But I'm not paying $2,000 for a coat. That's just not gonna happen. They like Canada Goose and moose knuckles and shit. I'm not paying all that money for that. Y'all can have that. But
Yeah,
shout out to the youngest though.
There's no reality where I'm paying $2,000 for a coat.
Yeah, I ain't paying $2 for nothing. Except for my rent.
Yeah, you don't really have a choice with that, huh?
Yeah, and I ain't got no choice but to pay $2,000. I don't want to pay $2,000. This going down Ethiopian town, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Ethiopian town kind of became a little LGBT friendly around here, so there's a couple of little spots down there like that. But this is like the guy y'all.
People in Ethiopia would not be happy about their neighborhood being LGBT.
Hey, they gotta do what they gotta do with that.
Yeah.
But be careful when you're on YouTube. You might get your ass whooped though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really?
Be careful. Just mind your business. Like
It's still a rough street.
Yeah, it's still a little bit left around here.
Axum, in the Tigray region. Is this a common sign to see on the door here? Like, we are working to build a safer, stronger community. Weapons, including concealed firearms, are not welcome on these premises.
I'm just telling you. Be careful.
Damn.
Yeah, U Street is a party central, but it's dangerous too. So,
If you're looking for a spot in DC to hang out, go partying, but just be ready to fight somebody if you come over here. You know, just
if you want to fight somebody, if you just mind your business.
And don't bring your gun in the restaurant. Just don't do that. That I know what makes that kind of hole.
Nah, it's definitely there. Yeah, uptown, you get your situation uptown. I'm telling you. You from this block right here?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Been around 70 years, yes, sir. You know, this house right here was a old woman bootlegger house. She had almost 100 cats in
100 cats?
there. Cats.
That's a lot of cats.
Yeah, I'm serious. She was a bootlegger.
Okay.
Yeah. All of those over there were houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she had so many cats and stuff there. I went in there one time, and you know, and I'm standing there. You know, she couldn't walk because she was 85 years old, but she still.
So she was 85 years old. She got tore up by the cats.
No, Then robber got.
They got
Oh, the robbers. Oh, that was.
Yeah.
The cats attacked the man.
Yeah. But anyway.
Sir, do you still live in the neighborhood?
They call me the Mayor of Night Street.
The Mayor of Night Street.
Yeah.
The Mayor of Night Street.
My name's Mr. Black, yes, sir. AKA Mr. Forrest Anthony.
Oh, there we go.
Go here to Havashire. It's a bathroom in there.
Okay.
When you go in there and stuff.
There's no bathroom in the weed spot, but there's a bathroom over there.
Unless you buy.
Unless I buy it?
But they don't have a bathroom. Only for work.
You gotta hit that corner, man.
But go in Havashire.
Which part of Ethiopia are you from? Of course, yeah. I was in Addis Ababa, then I went to Axum, and also went to Lalibela. Yeah, very beautiful. By plane. A real little Ethiopian restaurant.
Definitely get some good meals from them.
This is the real spot right here.
This the real thing. And a lot of foreigners.
Yeah. There you go.
Welcome to DC.
We right here. Hey, this is Sabbatical pool right here. So if you grew up uptown, no matter what part of town you went, you definitely went to Sabbatical pool. I got my ass whooped up there one time. Got my ass beat. I was 13 years old. I'll never forget it though.
For what? You know what I mean?
I don't know. The nigga was a bully in the neighborhood, bro.
He's just a fucking asshole.
He was just an asshole. You know what I'm saying? He beat me up for no reason.
So, this is the hood. It's gentrifying, but it's still the hood. But it's also a very important neighborhood. Howard University, for those that don't know, the first all-black university of the United States, is right over here. Established in 1867, right after the Civil War, this became a majority black college because back then, obviously, America was historically, Washington, D.C. has had one of the largest black populations out of all American cities.
believe it or not, it's not a lot of DC natives that go to Howard University.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, it feel like we not even welcome. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
It's like a pocket of us. Like,
So all these people are from out of state?
most of them, like probably 95, 96% is not from out here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's always kind of been like that. One, they'll tell people, oh yeah, don't interact with the quote unquote locals and shit like that.
That's kind of weird. You can go to school there, but don't talk to anybody that lives there. Would these be project buildings in DC?
Yeah, this is public housing and stuff. You know, it's crazy.
Oh, okay. Because you know,
actually,
in New York, project buildings are like massive.
yeah. Now we don't. You know, another DC fact: no apartment complex or any housing complex, any property in DC cannot be higher than a monument. That's a DC. Yeah, that's a DC law. That's why our stuff is lower. It doesn't matter if it's a project, a complex, anything like that. That's why I say, like, you see what I'm saying? You gotta be real militant when you go around here, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see who's who, because you never know. This right here growing up right here, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everybody gonna watch your car, especially me. I'm driving in a motherfucking Kia right now. You do not want to be in a Kia, in an all-black Kia with tinted windows. Oh my God. This right here, like down the block right here, this Flagler Market. We grew up going right here to this store.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Got in fights, got my ass jumped going to this store.
Yeah. Where was your house?
I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. I was looking for the gas, man. I'm keeping 100 with you. I was trying to see who got the gas out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Who's got the gas?
Yeah, this is the block I grew up on. We can get out the car real quick for this one. Police, man, fuck them.
You good to just leave the car running? So this is
community. It's 333 Elm Street. This is the block I grew up on right here.
This is where Anwar grew up. In one of these houses.
This house literally I grew up in.
Literally this house right here.
this
This
my
house
house right
that's
here.
worth $1.2 million now.
This small ass house, 1.2 million. Back in the day, this house was worth 100-something thousand. You know what I'm saying? When I first moved around here, it used to be like 15 to 20 people outside every day.
Wow.
My best friend Danny lived right here. My childhood friend Sean, Antoine, then Sean, no matter if they was doing good or evil, it was just always a good time on the block. You know what I'm saying?
So like all these houses are like $1 million now.
Probably $2 million.
$2 million.
Probably $2 million.
Wow.
We had a crazy motherfucker named Stacy.
And this neighborhood is still kind of dangerous, right?
It depends on what part. If you go on the other side of the neighborhood, it's definitely dangerous. This
that's the most DC thing I've ever heard. You got like a street with like $2 million homes, and
then the next block over is a housing complex. Yeah, it's crazy. Me personally, if I had like 100 million, if I had $1 billion or $100 million, I'd buy like 20 properties on my block and bring everybody back. You know what I'm saying?
That's the unique dynamic of DC. You got really expensive blocks right next to project buildings, and kind of contributes to this feeling of insecurity throughout the city. Shit could happen almost anywhere you are. I heard back in the day, like right next to the Senate, you can get robbed. DC is a very unique city in the United States. It's the only, let's say, centrally planned city in the entire nation. Originally, the capital of the US was New York. At one point it was Philadelphia. It was a bunch of different places. But they finally settled on DC because it was a nice midway point between the North and the South. Although those boundaries have gotten blurred over the years. I appreciate you, bruv. Crossing out that zero. Hopefully parking is just $1 a day now. That's all it takes. But DC, for a long time, and for most of the 1800s, wasn't very populated. It was a fairly small city. Then, starting in the early 1900s, many black people from the South of the United States, in order to escape segregation, they came to DC. There were a lot of federal jobs available. And then in the 1950s, the city became majority black. People used to call it Chocolate City. But as the years went by, DC started to change again, as did many cities in the US. The whiteys came back to the cities. Big apartment blocks like this started to go up. The demographics changed. In the 1970s, Washington, D.C. was 70% black. Nowadays, it's about 50-50. And the trend is going in the direction of it being majority white again. D.C., in many parts, is now this weird mix of still kind of rough neighborhoods, but they've been gentrified. Like, I've been told that this neighborhood not too long ago was practically a no-go zone. This is where my hotel is. You know what that sound was?
I don't know, but everybody running. I'm about to get out of here. Go inside. I don't know. It looked like it came around and picked up like that.
There was just some kind of loud explosion down the street and people started running. And that's the weird thing about this place. It's gentrified, but shit can still go down. Right over there is Union Station. If you're taking Amtrak down from New York or Boston, that's the station you would end up in. That's where I came in. It's kind of weird. So far, I would say DC is not quite what I expected. In some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. Yeah. But a lot of things are actually a lot nicer than I was expecting. I guess DC is famous for having really epic monuments, stations. I mean, we should. And DC is a very unique place. You'll just be walking around the neighborhood that like 2 decades ago was the hood. And now you'll see a bunch of suits speaking some foreign language. They're probably diplomats or something. You'll notice that almost all the buildings, all the apartments, they're around the same height. That's because in DC, there's a law that your building cannot be higher than the White House, than the Capitol. You can't overshadow the monuments. Oh yeah, Owalewa. That's a Nigerian name if I ever heard one. And we have the Gaza ceasefire stuff. At the moment that I'm recording this, there are college campuses across the country that have been taken over by protests in support of Gaza. So further east from here is the Anacostia River. And across the Anacostia River is the worst neighborhood in all of DC, southeastern DC. Beyond that is Maryland, and generally speaking, those are not areas that an outsider should go to by themselves. But I'm gonna meet up with my local friends again, and we're gonna hang out with a guy who escaped the projects, I guess you could say. He's working on an app, and we're gonna see what kind of craziness we can find over there. Let's do it. There are trains that go through here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we are now in Southwest DC.
Southeast.
Oh, my bad. All right, hello again. We are now in Southeast DC, and we are here with a friendly local. What's your name again?
Josiah.
Josiah. Josiah is originally from here.
Yep.
He knows the area, and he's got us walking under a bridge here. So
Not the same. There used to be a lot of graffiti. They cleaned it all up.
okay. So these are like a few homeless encampments over here. My dude's got like a trailer over here. So how do like fights get started out here in the Southeast?
I'm not gonna lie. It's just like someone's just like some people they just
Because they don't really have like gangs here, you see, right? It's just neighborhood by neighborhood.
Not like, yeah, it's not gangs. It's like people, cliques, streets, neighborhood. Someone said some bullshit at a party. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes someone like just say fuck someone else's neighborhood or some shit, right? And the
Okay.
thing is, it's like usually people they're not too hot-headed about it, but you know, someone's gonna tell them to wash their mouth. and then next thing you know, someone gets heated, and then next thing you know, someone calls someone a bitch. When you call someone a bitch, it's like people here they go.
That's like the crossing the line.
Yeah, it's a fighting word. I'd say there's words that here, like lots of people, they just it's respect. You know what I mean? It's not. You can't just say things to people all the time. You know?
So basically, be respectful. Josiah's uncle was one of the first players in the NFL, the first black player?
One of the first black players, George Taliaferro. He played for the Chargers, the Colts, and I believe he was something with the kicking team. I don't really remember his exact position. He had a few because, you know, back then NFL players, they weren't so specialized. And so, yeah, he's in the African American History Museum in Washington, D.C.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I don't have any family in a museum. How many people, on average, you think, from out here in Southeast D.C. actually make it to college?
I mean, it's an interesting question because we have a lot of, so many fall through the cracks because there's so much that happens, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to go to school, and the schooling, it's not, lots of the schools, they're not good. Like, it's just tough. Like, you're trying to go to school, but there's a million other things happening. I have a friend that he didn't finish high school because he didn't want to deal with the gangs and stuff. Still a beautiful area. Like, you still wake up, you can go see something so amazing, go do some art stuff, some business stuff, and meet some great people. It's just,
yeah,
you have to be careful, I guess. Like, you just have to be wise.
I should add some context to that. So Josiah is working on an app to maybe just explain it in like a couple of sentences.
So making an app allows you to preserve your stories and who you are for future generations. So when you pass away, we're not leaving a lot of unanswered questions.
There you go.
Because, I mean, when my grandma was about to pass away, she was the oldest person in the family, so I realized, especially for mine, where the majority of history is not documented.
Yeah.
When she died, we realized that all of that was like suddenly lost. You know what I mean? So I kept working on it, and now it's going to be launching in a few weeks, which is pretty crazy. Tunneling every night till 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
He wasn't lying. He really was a construction worker.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks very corporate at the moment, but
still have some of the stuff lying around here. That's how I helped pay for college, was the salmon ships, and then.
Nice. So we're now in PG County in Maryland. It's almost like an extension of DC. And we're about to go to an illegal car meetup where they drift, maybe they race, I don't know what. Apparently it's very illegal, but it should also be very exciting. Let's go. All right, we're about to go to a car meet. I was told I should put this up before we go.
They got you in the shiesty too. We really out here.
We're on some real shit tonight. We're right in the middle of a major intersection right here, and people are just drifting. Shut down this entire Apparently the cops have shown up. Alright.
Time to go.
We gotta get out of here. There's only part one. Only part one. So there's more than one part to this. So it's kind of like Mario Kart. You gotta go from one level to the next. Looking more appropriate now, yeah.
There you go.
Are you loving the PG life?
I'm loving it. Loving it.
Man, that's what we do, man.
How you doing?
That's what we do, man.
Yeah.
You got the shiesty on.
I got it on.
You gotta have it on for what's the word?
Professionalism.
Professionalism. Reason.
For professionalism. They're very professional tonight.
Very professional.
So apparently the entire damn police force is coming to clear that up. So we have to move on to another location. All these cars just picked up the address for the next place where everybody's going to be drifting. Just popped up. So now we're all on the way.
The license plate.
Yeah, his license plate says don't chase. We know that we're going the right direction because there's a giant amount of smoke up there. This is the most insane thing I've seen in America in a while. There's just people pulling up to this, stolen cars.
Corvette in the middle of the road. Sitting there.
Just got the Corvette right there.
Don't chase.
Yeah. Yo, what's up? I'm out here trying not to get macked. I've been told that somebody gets hit at one of these every single time. Nope. Cops are here. Let's go.
I'm gonna curb it some more shit.
Let's move. Just passed by a big accident right there.
So that was a wild night. After that, we went to a recording session with A$AP Ant, a local rapper who's in the same crew as A$AP Rocky. Zen is also making some music himself. I'll leave a link if you want to check it out. We also met up again with Anwar and went to a go-go show. Go-go was the music style that DC invented.
We right here live, man. This is go-go music right here. This bounce beat go-go music. This is genre. If y'all know go-go started in Washington, D.C. by the late great Chuck Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in the late 70s, early 80s. You know, the time of the Gress. This is right here one of the hottest bands of this generation, COB band. So, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be right if I don't bring him to D.C. and I don't show him D.C. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about the White House. You know what I'm saying? It look beautiful and all, but that's for the TV. This is real life out here in D.C.
This is not the White House.
This is not the White House at all.
I think we stood out there just a bit. But hey, it was pretty lively. Luckily for us, there were no guns fired at the party or the car meet. But we were lucky. The very next week at the same meetup, violence broke out.
You know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Coming from New York, spite of how dangerous they make DC out to be, the metro is way nicer. Another difference is they price the ride according to the location that you're going to, which is how it works in a lot of places around the world, but not in New York for some reason. They even have a little transit card. You can check the value of it, then you charge it. Now, this is light years ahead of New York. I'm on my way to the house of the most hated man in America. By that I mean, of course, the president. Because no matter who it is, you're gonna be hated by half the country. All right, let's see what kind of craziness is going on over there. There's usually some kind of protest in front of the White House. Somebody just requested to play the anthem of Tanzania.
Man, this national anthem.
Yeah.
If you love
Zuri sana.
harmony
Zuri sana.
in the national anthem, just please.
Are you just taking requests for national anthems?
Yeah, which one? Hold on, let me get Italy in, and
Okay.
I'll do Japan.
All
All right? This is the national anthem of Italy.
I mean, hey, say what you will about the U.S. I don't think you could go to like the White House of. Oh, yeah, Tanzania. I don't think you could go to the White House of China or the White House of Russia and start blasting different national anthems. The freedom to say whatever you want. Blessing and the curse in the U.S. The front door of the White House is actually back here. Of course, you can't just drive up. There's a restricted area before you can get in. You have to stop here. They'll check your car for, I don't know, weapons or bombs or something. So I think that almost wraps up our tour of DC, the real DC, the DC beyond the White House. It's been, I mean, most of the stuff we did on this trip, I was not expecting. It's a different experience when you have local friends taking you around to different places. But of course, the most wild thing to me is that there are people that were born and raised in this city, been here their entire lives, and they've never been over here. They've never been to the White House. For a lot of people in the worst parts of the city, the most important thing on their minds is getting back at that other neighborhood. People shoot each other in this city over blocks, over neighborhoods, not even over drugs, not even over defending a corner. Washington is a place that is continuously changing. To be honest, it's also getting a lot more expensive, but it seems to more or less be going in the right direction. But for me, as a guy who doesn't come here very often, I don't know. I like the city. Just like the rest of America, it's a situation that I guess makes some people happy and pisses other people off. And it will continue that way. That's how America is. Americans enjoy a country with rules, but not too many rules. We want to be able to break the rules. So until next time, from here in DC, America's capital, I am signing off. I'm about to go rent a car and drive somewhere very, very different from here. I'll see you there.